Hey everyone, Jengar here. Today we're gonna fly out the Yak-9T. It is a very enjoyable plane to fly, with a lot of firepower and decently good turning time, reasonable climb rate. We're gonna see what it can do, and we're gonna fly a battle and hopefully get a nice map. I will see you guys in the match. Took a bit of altitude, and we are now looking at our first target. Thought it was pretty much going to be that B-20. Yeah, we seem to be approaching him. Trying to find the right attack angle. And with a few shots we take him out. And we climb back up for altitude. Trying to check our rear. Six are making a loop in the vertical to get our altitude back. Several targets possible here. B-47 coming down here. He seems to be on a bombing run for our target there. So I slot in behind him, missing my first shots on him, but finally getting him. Then I approach his IL-2, which does shoot at me pitch up a little bit, but decides to go on to the bombing point, which gives me the ability to shoot him down. And there is the amazing firepower of the 9T. You just shoot wings off left and right with this cannon. I usually try to space my shots in groups of 3. Unless I miss the first few and get a close pass, then I will shoot some more. That's on fire. I decide not to go for it, as it will give somebody else a kill, a well-deserved one. But we see this boomerang in the left corner of our vision and we turn for it. There's a few other guys coming in there. Let's see if we can actually get at the boomerang. Boomerang turns towards us, giving us a close pass. And with our second volley we get him. There's a Cobra behind us. King Cobra. We slot in behind his tail after he tried to come for us. But we turned in and we made a loop over, and then with a rolling barrel rollish kind of turn we got behind him, and here we shoot him down. Those are always the very rewarding kills for me. When you get attacked by somebody, he misses his shot, avoid his shots, and you slot in behind his tail with a nice little maneuver. And that B-25, who was behind one of our guys, was an easy target. We are reloading here, checking the score for a second. We're going into the vertical, trying to get a little bit of altitude back. Yeah, we are climbing. We want to get above that little group there. so that we can dive and come from above. BF 109 seems like a nice target. He gets shot down. The other guy gets shot down as well. Oh, quick left turn because that Spitfire is approaching us there. Spitfire misses his shot. Slot in behind him. Trying to get him. As my shots miss. He's maneuvering. He knows he's a quicker turner than me. Try to keep my speed. He decides to turn for somebody else. And that is a fatal mistake. Corsair there. I should turn to the left. Easy shot. Got some tracers behind me. Made a move to avoid anything behind us. And here's a group of 3 coming in. Which one to go for? I decide to turn for that Cobra because he's behind one of our buddies. And he got shot down by an ally. B-51. Coming in for a close. And we miss him. Turning in the vertical. Trying to get a shot. Well, he's on fire, we decide not to shoot. We had hits earlier, so we did get an assist. Spitfire going up to the vertical. We decide to follow him. We miss our shot. Very close miss there. But we did open ourselves up for this Mustang. F2. But we're out of cannon bullets, otherwise this would have been a kill immediately. We get an assist. And we turn back to run away because our engine is black. We are heavily damaged. And we decide to fly back to our airfield to repair and try to escape losing this plane. We want to continue flying with it for a bit. So I'll spare you this flyback and I'll see you when we're back up in the air. Now, here we go, back up in the air. Checked our score there for a second. And we are going back to the battlefield. We are far behind on tickets. So any bombing capable plane that they have needs to be stopped in its tracks. Very happy that that King Cobra of us up there decided to go after that Japanese dive bomber. It's an A-20 there on the left. And I decide that it is a danger. And that if the P-63 he's also coming down, but I decide to, if he misses his shot, that I will help him. Because we can't allow him to throw too many bombs. Look at what that did to our counter. Big chunk off again. But the Air Cobra got him. Aerox. Our team has pushed them back almost to their spawn point. Now there's a guy on fire, but we decided to let him go. Somebody else's shot. But we were extremely bored by now. From flying back. And the landing and all that stuff. So when we saw this guy on fire, we do decide to shoot. It was an extremely easy shot. I often do not choose to do it, but in this case we did. Now we climb back to some altitude, try to. Because they're just spawning now and it's just basically a turkey shoot. There's only 2 guys up, and apparently there's still a third coming up. Yeah, there he is. He just spawned in. Kitty Hawk on fire. Killed by somebody else. Now it's Spitfire. Missed our shot. Missed. Now we hope he makes some kind of a turn here. We can get a shot at him. But we miss everything. Wasn't too happy with that because this Spitfire turns like a Spitfire. And we cannot win that. We're just hoping that other people will distract him and we can get a shot in. Yeah, he gets dived at by 2 of our allies and he decides to hit the deck. Which saves me basically, otherwise he would have gotten me eventually. He gets shot down by our allies. Now there's still some players, so they should be spawning soon. Yeah, there he is. One of them. Corsair. Hit, but no kill, and there's finally the kill. We turn back, trying to stay close to their spawn point, so at least get a shot at them as they spawn. Allies are shooting at each other there out of boredom probably. Here's Spitfire. And take his wing off. Now there's another plane spawning. I think that was the last guy before this match actually ended. Did get a critical hit there. On fire. But I miss all my following shots and he gets shot down by somebody else. Got an assist. Ah, that was the last guy, I think. Yeah, so that's the end of this match, which is really a good showcase of the Yak-9T's firepower and its strength as a fighter. You can really fly around in this thing and be up. So it was a good result, 11-0. Hey guys, so that was the match. 11 kills in the Yak-9T. This cannon can really wreck your opponents if you learn how to shoot it. What I've noticed is that shooting it in short bursts, like 2 or 3 at a time, and then aim again, is very effective. Sometimes when you miss a few shots, you can spam it a little bit as well if you really want to kill and it's a close flyby. But overall, very effective plane. It can hold its own in a turn fight with 17.1 seconds. Decent high speed, not the fastest but also not the slowest. And climb rate, well, you can't have it all. Climb rate is decent. But this plane is a fantastic plane, very strong. And you should definitely try to fly it if you haven't already. It's a really enjoyable plane to fly. Very stable platform and beast in its firepower. If you enjoyed watching this episode, make sure you like the video, comment and even subscribe if you want to see more. I want to thank you all for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.